Maximizers. Welcome to my life. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krista Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help product-based business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales. I have been creating content on Beyonce's internet since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon and how to budget and how to meal plan and basically how to strategically shop to get everything you want, like, and need without paying full price, and learn how to coupon without feeling like you had to go to every store and buy everything and do every deal. In 2020, my couponing clients were like, "Hey, Crystal, it's a pandemic out here. Can you teach us how you started a YouTube channel? Can you teach us how to start a side hustle? Can you teach us how to start a business because we want to make money?" And I was like, okay. And then my business coach was like, "Hey, Crystal, you're one of my star students. Can you come and coach my people?" And I was like, okay. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach out of the need to help my clients and a need to help my business coach, who was like, "You've been listening and doing everything. So how about you coach my people on how to do that too?" And that was when I was awakened to business coaching. It wasn't my goal, it wasn't my intention, it wasn't my focus to be a business coach. It just kind of happened naturally. And for 3 years, I did both. Forward facing, I was your couponing girl and I was on the news. I've been on the news like over 30 times. I was able to get all kinds of crazy brand deals, 5-figure brand deals. I did affiliate deals. I was doing all kinds of paid sponsorships. I was signing clients into my membership. I had hundreds of people join my money saving academy. Like, I was doing big things. I had 2 clients save $10,000 in 6 months, and I had a bunch of other clients save thousands and thousands of dollars. But in 2023, I had a crisis. I had a life crisis. Thank you so much for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. And I had a business crisis. I felt myself playing tug of war with myself, and I felt myself wanting to create more business content than couponing content. I kind of want to say that I got burnt out with the couponing content. There were a lot of people coming in and copying exactly what I was doing. Like, couponing is not something that people can copy, but like the way that I was teaching people was getting copied. And my heart was torn as I was trying to do both. And I had to take my own advice. And the riches are in the niches, and less is more. And I said, I need to pick one. I need to pick one lane and stay. So if I'm going to be the couponing girl, I got to let the business coaching go. And if I'm going to be a business coach, I got to make a big pivot. And that was scary. I was scared out of my mind. And it took me the whole 2023 to really sit and decide like what I was going to do. And in the end, I decided to be a business coach because nothing bad happens when women make more money. Only good things were happening to my clients who were actually able to make some extra money. An extra $500 to $1,000 really helped change their life. So I said, you know what? I want to be a business coach. So I decided to create a brand new YouTube channel so that I had a specific place to build an audience of ideal clients who will want to buy what I was selling, right? So I started my brand new YouTube channel in August of 2023. Then my life really fell apart. My cat died. I ended an engagement. And on a good note, Kinsley went to go like primarily live with her dad, not for a bad reason, but for a good reason. But all these life changes happened at once, and it brought me into a state of depression. So much so that I made this big pivot in my business, but I wasn't able to show up in the way that I wanted. And I was being an anything business coach for anybody. I was throwing spaghetti at the wall just to see if it would stick. And let me tell you, it was not sticking. And from December of 2023 through August of 2024, I signed a handful of clients. In 2024, I let go of all of my couponing clients. So I went from thousands and thousands of dollars of recurring revenue to like nothing, to barely hundreds. It was absolutely insane for me. But I had to realize that I wasn't specific. I was just doing anything as a business coach. And when you try to sell to everyone, you end up selling to no one. And I was making no sales. So I said, I got to get clear. I got to get focused. I have to narrow down the type of business coach that I am. I had to focus in on what problem I'm actually going to help my clients solve, because business coaching is massive. Where was my place in the process? So I sat down and I took my own advice and I said, okay, what have I done really well? What have I helped my clients with the most? The answer to that question was content. I've created over 2,000 YouTube videos across both my YouTube channels. I've gone live over 1,000 times on social media. I posted hundreds of videos on Instagram on TikTok and on Facebook. All of the content that I've been able to create has made me over $400,000 in the past 6 years. So in 6 years, I've been able to make over $400,000, and that's directly being paid from the platform. I just looked it up and realized I've been paid over $42,000 directly from YouTube. I've been paid directly from Instagram. I've been paid directly from Facebook, and I've been paid directly thousands and thousands of dollars from TikTok. So I sat down and I was like, okay, content is my jam. I've been able to get 4 and 5 figure brand deals because of my content. I've been able to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of my coaching programs because of my content. Without my content, I'm not Krista Maximizer. Without my content, I have no audience to sell to. So I said, I need to be a content coach. Then I looked at my clients. The things that I consistently help my clients with are content and sales. I taught my 63-year-old mother, is she 63 or 62? She's 62. I taught my 62-year-old mother back when she was 60 how to make reels on Instagram. And from her reels, she got sales. I've been helping my clients behind the scenes tweak their content and take stagnant posts and turn them into videos. They've been growing their audiences and making more sales. So I said, I need to be a content coach. And once I made that pivot and I made that shift, I signed clients every month from September to February of 2025. I signed clients every single month once I made that pivot. And that pivot has changed the game for me and has allowed me to see that like my area of expertise is content. My secret sauce is my strategic content and my ability to make money all the ways as a business owner from my content. I'm a business owner first, a content creator second. So I sell my own services and I also do affiliate deals and I also make money from the platforms. I'm open to making money always, but all the ways lead from where? My content. So I've been creating content for 7 years. My main platform to create content on is YouTube. YouTube is how I started. YouTube will always be my main platform. But then I also have TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. They are my secondary platforms. If all else fails, YouTube is always going to be number one for me. So that's a little bit about my story. I also want you to know that virality did not make Krista Maximizer. Consistency made Krista Maximizer. I can count on one hand how many of my videos have gotten 100,000 views. Okay. One of them is a sponsored video, so we're not going to count that because then people pay for that to be boosted. I have one video on my YouTube channel that has 200,000 views. And I think I have 2-ish TikToks that have over 100,000 views. That's it. So across all my platforms, I have about 4 videos who organically reached over 100,000 views. On my YouTube, between that 200,000 video, the next highest video is like in the 30s. Everything else is 10,000 or less. I just want you to know that like I've built this week by week over the past 7 years. In 7 years total, I've probably gone about 6 months of not posting consistently in 7 years. So in 7 years, I was consistent 6.5 years, posting every single week on one of my platforms in some form or fashion. So the consistency in your content is what's going to make your business successful, not looking for being viral, not looking for 10,000 or 1,000,000 views. Like that's not what's going to get you what you want. My consistency has gotten me what I want. I still get brand deals to this day from my couponing channel, and I am not posting on my couponing channel. But because of the content that I created, companies find me almost every day and send me emails. So I'm saying all that to say, I want to talk about why your content might be sucking, why you may not be growing your audience, why you may not be making sales in your business. But I want to know who's here. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and what is your business? Let me know in the comments what your business is. That's my problem. I'm not consistent. I feel like I have a other million things to do. Hey, Constance. Well, thank you so much for joining. Is there any specific question that you had for me that you would like me to answer? You're in New Jersey. Awesome. Is there any specific question that you would like me to answer when it comes to your consistency level with your content? Okay. I am going to talk about not being consistent. If not, I'll add it in because it's not a bullet point. But I will add it in because it is so freaking important. Consistency is it. Okay. Consistency is it. I just feel like I'm stuck in 200 jail. I know it's not consistent, but it's discouraging. Okay, so is TikTok your main platform? Is TikTok your main platform? Okay, so the first reason why your content might be stuck, and I'm going to answer Constance's question, but I want to know where you all are watching from and what your business is. And let me know if you have any questions about creating content as a business owner, meaning you have a product or service that you're selling. Yes, TikTok is your main platform. Okay. You have to stop thinking about the views. The views don't matter. Views matter, yes, but views don't matter. So I want you to, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I want you to think, in order for you to have the best month ever in sales in your business, how many sales do you need? Like how many notary sessions? Now, are you selling to teach other notaries how to run their business, or are you selling your notary services? Like when you're marketing on TikTok, what are you selling? Like, are you selling notary services? Or are you mentoring other notaries? Okay. So the first reason why your content may be sucking on social media is you are not telling your story. Okay. You have to tell your story. Why is that important? Your audience needs to know you, like you, and trust you before they can buy from you. In order to do that, they have to know a little bit about you. You saw at the beginning of this live where I shared the key bullet points of my story in the last 7 years. So, I started as a coupon coach. YouTube is my main platform. In 2023, I made a pivot, right? That now I was a business coach and I transitioned into being a content coach. All of those key things about me. And if you watch other videos on any of my platforms, you will hear more about my story. People feel like they know me, so they want to work with me. People feel like they know me, so they will ask me questions, right? You have to tell your story. No one's telling you to tell all of your business, but tell the version of your story that is relevant to you starting and growing your business. Mentoring and courses. Okay. All right. So I want you, Constance, I have done that. Okay. So when you do that, I want you to remember, is that number bigger than 200? Like 200 sales in a month? Is the number bigger than 200 sales in a month? So you should be telling your story. I don't get on Beyonce's internet and tell all of my business. On my anniversary and on my birthday, I tell y'all a lot more details of the story of how I became Krista Maximizer. But I'm not in here telling y'all the nitty-gritty insides of my personal business. I'm telling you my story as it relates to my business. Make sense? So you need to be able to get on the internet, face to camera, none of this faceless bullcrap, and tell your story to your audience. I started making shea butter because I started my lip gloss business because I started selling t-shirts because. That brings me to the next reason why your content might be sucking. You're not sharing the why. As a business owner, you should not be telling people to buy. You should be telling people why. Why you started your business, why you decided to solve that specific problem, why this problem being solved is going to give your audience more of what they want. Why do they need to get their problem solved with your product specifically? If this makes sense, tap the screen. Yes, in the comments on YouTube and Facebook, if this makes sense. You have to share the why. The why is why people buy. Don't sit up here and say, go buy my notary course. No. You need to tell them why they need the course, why they need the mentoring, why working with you is going to get them more of what they want. What are the top 3 things that notaries want? And you need to dig into that. And I'm just using you for an example. For my course, no, it's not over 200. Even for your mentorship, are you looking to enroll 200 people a month in your mentorship? I have done that. I guess I need to keep it up. But I'm giving you an example because I want you to realize, if you're getting 200, I do that a lot on my live. Okay, good. If you are not needing 200 sales in a month, right? If you post 4 TikToks a week and they get 200 views, that's 800 views a week. If you get 800 views a week, 8, 16, 20, that's 3,200 views in a month. I'm just going to use an example. Say you only need 50 sales in a month. you can't get 50 sales out of 3,200 views, then you have a bigger problem. It's not the views on your video, it's your ability to convert your viewing audience into paying clients. Does that make sense? Stop worrying about the views. Are you giving your audience what they need? Now, I know you go live a lot, but are you putting content on your page so when someone's done watching your live, they can binge some videos? When they're done watching your live, are they joining your email list? When they're done watching your live, are they booking a sales call to see if they're a good fit to work with you? Once they're done watching your live, are they going to buy the course? Right? Share the why. Every single week, the why should be at the top of your content. Every week, you should have why content. I know you go live a lot, but in tandem, make a video and then go live. Because when you're live, TikTok pushes your content. You know that. But if you have a video that's been posted in the last hour, TikTok's going to post that video. Share your why they need the mentorship. Tell a quick story about a client who's done it, and the call to action that you want them to do. Join your email list, buy the course, whatever. TikTok's really good for getting people into your email list and then selling them from your email list. Okay? So you got to tell your story. You got to share the why, which also brings me to the next point, the thing that I just told Constance about. Hey, Melissa, how are you? You have to have a follower journey, okay? Posting your content is not enough. Going live is not enough. You need to have calls to action on every single piece of content. Meaning, what do you want the audience to do after they're done engaging with your content? I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with KRYS. And today, right now, I'm selling my content bootcamp. This is an 8-week group coaching program where I'm going to teach you how to be consistent with your content. I'm going to teach you how to plan, batch, schedule, and create 30 days worth of content at a time. The key to being consistent on social media is planning your content 30 days at a time. We're going to do it together. So for 8 weeks, I'm going to walk you through the process. I'm going to be like, okay, step number 1, come up with your video topics and outline them. We're going to do that together. I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to do it. When you leave week 1, you're going to have all your video topics for the month, all your video outlines. You are going to be ready to plan to record. Then we'll go into week 2. So when you leave the content bootcamp, you're going to have 30 days of content posted on your social media, and you're going to have your strategy for the next 30 days. So after you leave that bootcamp, you necessarily won't need me anymore because you're going to have your own personalized strategy on what type of content you should be creating every single month. And to get the details about my content bootcamp, you need to get your booty to my email list. My email list is free to join. KristaMaximizer.com, click on join the list. If you click on bootcamp, you can see all the details of the bootcamp. If you're not on my email list already and you're on TikTok, you can fill out this form that I'm about to pin, and that will get you onto my email list. If you're watching everywhere else, go to KristaMaximizer.com, click on join the email list. I'll be sending an email after this live with more details about the content bootcamp so you can join. It is an investment. It's $9.97, but it's 8 weeks with me. You get a weekly group call with me, and you get 3 one-on-one coaching calls with me. So we can go deeper specifically in your business. And there's a group chat for you to ask me questions in between our coaching calls and to get feedback and support and accountability with all the other ladies that are a part of the content bootcamp. That's my call to action for this live. We start next week. Content bootcamp starts next week. So if you're interested, get on my email list, get the details, and get your seat. I'm not running this again in 2025. And if I run it again, it's definitely going to cost more than $9.97 because this is me holding your hand and walking you through my whole content consistency process. And I'm talking about the big 4 platforms. So YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. How to create video content consistently to help you build your audience and get prepared to sell to them. I have lead magnets in exchange for emails. Okay, that's totally fine. Do you have a nurture sequence once they're on your email list and then get their free lead magnet where you're actually selling them something, selling them the course or offering them the opportunity to join the mentorship? Every single piece of content needs a call to action. Whether it's to comment, join your email list, go buy something, DM you. You want to make sure you're telling your audience what to do from each piece of content so they know what to do and they know what to expect. And you get them from social media onto your email list so that you can always contact them. Okay. And even if it's not join your email list immediately, you want to make sure that all of your content has something that your audience is going to be doing. Okay. So you need a follower journey. You need a new lead journey. They need to be doing something and not just watching your piece of content. The next reason why your content probably sucks is you're posting stagnant posts and irrelevant quotes. I don't care what your business is. You should not be posting, buy my lip gloss. You should not be posting stagnant quotes. No one wants to see that shit. A quote from Gandhi is not going to make me buy your lip gloss. Does this make sense? Yes or no? A quote, have a nice day, is not going to make me buy your shea butter. No, I'm not going to buy your t-shirt because you put a picture that says support a small business. That's the wrong way to do this. That's why your content is sucking. That's why no one is engaging. That's why you're not getting sales. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. Yes in the comments on YouTube and Facebook if this makes sense. Okay? Stop doing stagnant posts. If you are a business owner and you are selling a product or service, I challenge you to only post video posts for the next 90 days. Only video content. Those stagnant posts are not helping you. A carousel with at least 5 slides, okay. But if you're really looking to build your audience and make more sales in your business, you need to be posting video content. Your content will suck a lot less if you are posting videos and not stagnant posts and quotes. No, the quote is not going to make me want to buy your lip gloss. It's just not. Okay. So that's when, going back to number 2, telling me why I need your lip gloss makes me want to buy it. Tell me why you created the lip gloss. That makes me want to buy it. How I can use the lip gloss. That makes me want to buy it. Why the lip gloss is better than the lip gloss at CVS. That makes me want to buy it. Not a stupid quote with you saying, buy my lip gloss. No. That's why your content is sucking. Okay. Another reason why your content is sucking is because you are not consistent. We are not in control of any of these algorithms. Okay. These algorithms don't give 2 craps about us. If you are not feeding the beast and consistently showing up in your business, if you're not consistently showing up in your social media platforms, you will not get the results that you desire. Your content sucks because you're not consistent. Okay. No matter if you see the growth, you have to keep going, right? So what do I mean by that? You should be posting 3 to 5 times per week on your social media platform. Not 3 to 5 times per day, 3 to 5 times per week. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you want to post 3 to 5 short form 1 to 3 minute videos a week. Done. Long form YouTube, you want to do 1 long form YouTube video, 2 to 3 shorts, and 1 live per week. Done. Over on YouTube once you can go live. Before you can go live, 1 long form video, 3 shorts. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. Yes in the comments on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook if this makes sense. Okay. You can't post once a week and expect your audience to grow. You can't post once a month and expect to make sales. You can't post every day for 10 days and then not post for 25 days and expect to see results. You have to show up consistently every single week. And you can choose the level of consistency. You can choose if you want to post 3, 4, or 5 times a week. Okay? You choose that. What level can you keep up? That's why I teach my clients how to batch their content for 30 days at a time. Because when you're batching for 30 days at a time, you always are ready to post every single week. You're never sitting around like, what am I going to post? Or it's Wednesday. Let me scroll for inspiration. Is that one of these things? No. Let me scroll for inspiration and see what I'm going to post. That is going to keep you inconsistent. But when I sit down every month, I know what my content topics are for the week. I know what I'm going to be talking about. All my ducks are in a row. I record all of my content, edit it, schedule it out. Your content sucks because you're not being consistent. You're not feeding the beast. The more you feed the beast every single week, the better it becomes. I don't suggest as a business owner to post 3 to 5 times per day. That's overkill. 3 to 5 times per week. If you get to the point where you want to post every day, that's cool, but start small and build up to that. Remember, you're a business owner first. Perfect your product, perfect your emails, perfect your video content. Worry about the back end of your business and making sales more than trying to post 3 to 5 times per day. That is not going to serve you as a business owner, okay? Another reason why your content sucks is you're trying to do what everyone else is doing and you're trying to be trendy. Don't be trendy, set your own trends. You know how we have the Keith Lee trend? Like you're being like Keith Lee because he set the trend. Streamers like Kai Cenat, people are trying to be like Kai Cenat and stream like him, but he set his own trend. No one else was going live, streaming, and bringing on all types of celebrities and things onto their live stream. No one else was doing that. Like now, a lot of people are doing that. I mean, people do that with podcasts and things, but not a legit live streaming. You bring in different people. Like he set that trend. So don't copy what other people are doing. Okay. I'm going to tell you a secret, and I never talk about this. Look in other industries. Okay. So when I was a coupon coach, I looked at business coaches for inspiration. And I would say, not in a copying kind of way, but I'm like, what's working for the business coaching industry? This was 2017, 2018, 2019, Crystal. What's working in the business coaching world that I can make for the couponing world? And that's when I did my first coupon boot camp. And it was a massive success. Like 200 people signed up for that because I saw somebody doing a launch boot camp where they were teaching people how to launch. And I was like, that's a smart idea. I can do, instead of a 1-day class, I can do a 3-day boot camp. Hers was like 5 or 7 days, but I was like, let me do a 3-day boot camp that was paid. I had done free 5-day challenges before, but this was a whole different level where I was going to do lives it was big, right? That's what I mean about setting your own trends in your industry. Now I'm not looking at other business coaches and seeing what they're doing. I'm like, what are the fitness coaches doing? Let me see. What are these makeup girlies doing? How can I apply that to content coaching? Does that make sense? Or what do I want to do that's unique? I only want to go live. I don't want to create any long form content. So for the past couple of months on YouTube, I haven't been creating long form content. I'm going to come back to it, but I'm using my lives as my long form content. Most business coaches and content creators will be like, oh my gosh, you need to create content. You do, but that's not what I want to do right now. I want to focus on going live. And that has been one thing that I've done, especially in the coupon industry. They weren't going live. They were posting a lot of videos. So when I started going live a lot, I set a trend in the industry of going live and asking and answering questions. So stop trying to do what other people in your industry are doing. Look outside the industry. Think outside the box. Do something that's unique to you. Do something that's specific to you. Don't try to follow the trends and use all the trending sounds because you don't want to end up in the feed of people who are not your ideal clients. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. Be authentically yourself at all times. And that's one thing that I can say that I have done from day one. It has been so freeing to show up as Crystal every single day, not have to code switch. I can cuss a little. I can be the most authentic, unapologetic version of myself, and it feels good. And either people like me or they don't. I've had brands pay me thousands of dollars because they like the way that I teach. Okay. Pay me, baby. And I don't have to code switch. I don't have to do something. I'll never forget. One time, my mother and my aunt tried to tell me that if I dressed more business professional, I would get more brand deals. And I was like, are y'all crazy? I was like, I'm not doing that. They're like, oh, if you dress better, you can get more opportunities. I'm like, I'm sitting down in my office at this point in front of my stockpile. If I put a suit jacket on in a dress up dress, like that just looks dumb. I'm a couponer. You want me to wear that to CVS too in my videos? Like it may help you. I'm like, that's not going to help me. I only wore suit jackets and stuff because I worked in the office and I had to wear them. My attire now, t-shirt, leggings. That's what I want to wear. Dress it up a little bit. I'll put jeans and a nice blouse on, right? But I'm being myself all the time. I'm showing up as me no matter what. I'm not trying to be anybody else, copy anybody else, or do anybody else's trends. Set your own trends. Be authentically you all the time. Another reason why your content probably sucks is you don't have a content plan at all. You're just posting to post. You're posting anything. You don't have any intention, and your content's not going anywhere. You don't have a sure plan of what you're posting, when you're posting, and most importantly, why are you posting? Why are you posting? What is the purpose of your posting? Are you in building audience phase or are you in conversion phase? Are you in a launch where you have a product that you're selling right now, or are you just nurturing your audience and preparing them for your launch? You have to be specific in this. You have to have a plan. I talked about this on my last live. I learned about yearly planning from my business coach. Before then, I was planning week to week and eventually month to month. But it wasn't until I got with her that I learned that I needed to plan for the whole year, like overview. And then every quarter, get to the nitty gritty. And then every month and every week and every day, get really, really specific. But I needed to know where my business was going for that year. So you need to know where your content is going for the month. And that's why I created the Content Bootcamp, to help you plan, create, batch, and schedule 30 days worth of content at a time. And I'm going to teach you my PBS method, plan, batch, and schedule, on exactly how to do that. We're going to do it together first. So I'm going to literally walk you through the process. Do this first, then you're going to do it. Do this second, then you're going to do it. And then we're going to record the content. We're going to edit the content. We're going to post and schedule the content. We're going to do all of that in 8 weeks of the Content Bootcamp. I'm going to teach you TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Okay. I'm going to teach you about your captions, your hashtags, everything you need to consistently create content that's going to build an audience of your ideal clients so that you have an audience to sell to. So if you're interested in the Content Bootcamp, go get on my email list at KristaMaximizer.com. And click on join the list. If you're watching on TikTok, there's a form down here that you can fill out to get on my email list. In addition to 8 weeks of group coaching, you also get 3 one-on-one calls with me during the boot camp. And you also have a group chat to ask questions of in between our coaching calls. So those are just some reasons why your content may be sucking right now and what you can do instead to help your content suck a little less. So do we have any questions? If we don't have any questions, can you let me know in the comments, was this helpful for you, yes or no? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know just with a yes or no, Crystal, whatever, you suck. Let me know in the comments, was this helpful, yes or no? And if you have any questions about creating content for your business, let me know. Would love to answer them. I'm actually hungry. I haven't eaten much today, so I'm about to go and make myself some food. So I'm excited for that. Any questions? Well, thank y'all so much for joining. I am scheduled to go live again tomorrow. Hey, Nicole, thanks for joining. I'm scheduled to go live again tomorrow. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you get on my email list and subscribe to Build a Business with Chris, my YouTube channel. And I don't see any questions. So I'm going to hop on out of here. Y'all have a good night, and I will see some of you tomorrow. Bye.